There's a mug that they'll hold up, say, liberal tears, and they laugh as they drink it.
So, how is impeachment playing with swing voters? Not so well.
No, you're kidding me.
According to data collected by my next guest. He's the co-founder and president of Engageous. That's a firm that specializes in issue advocacy messaging. And together with Focus Point Global, they're in the midst of a 21-month research project focusing on swing voters in the upper Midwest. Their subjects are people who voted for Obama and then Trump, or Romney and then Clinton. They just concluded a focus group of swing voters in Youngstown, Ohio. Now, keep in mind that Trump won Ohio by 450,000 votes, but he lost Mahoning County, which is where this took place, by a small margin. So these are swing voters in a swing area.
I just feel like it's a never-ending drama, and it shows to me that these people are completely out of touch with everyday, regular Americans' lives.
They need to be concentrating on the country, not what he's doing wrong.
They've had a big strike on the Mueller case. This is trying to get another base hit and trying to get a punch, if you will, on the president.
Just drop it and beat Trump at the ballot box.
I'm concerned that if we don't impeach this president, he will get reelected.
Just drop it and beat Trump at the ballot box.
And if they don't do it, I think the Democrats are going to lose in 2020 and probably deserve to lose.
Joining me now is Rich Tao. He's the director of the Swing Voter Project. I think if I'm President Trump and I'm watching that, I'm liking what I see, Rich.
Oh, no, you're kidding me.
Absolutely. To borrow a phrase from my dad, the members of Congress are putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. They're putting their focus on the wrong thing. These are swing voters who think that Congress should be focusing on retirement security and health care and making that affordable, immigration. And for them, the whole impeachment thing is a distraction.
In other words, they don't think that Congress can walk and chew gum at the same time, that if all of a sudden they're sucked in on impeachment, nothing else is going to get done. Although, by the way, that assumes things would otherwise get done. And, you know, Mitch McConnell is here to say he's not letting that happen anyway.
That's exactly right. I mean, there's a longstanding concern among voters I've interviewed over years that nothing happens in Congress. And I think the impeachment rising to the level of full national attention further emphasizes their preconceived notion that Congress definitely now can't get anything done.
Here's another stunner from your data. As we said, some of these folks voted for Obama and then Trump. And you have a hypothetical. And you say, okay, you can pick one of the two of those. What's the result?
So we ask a hypothetical in every focus group, and we've now done this over the course of 8 months, 8 separate focus groups. And we ask, if you could vote between Obama and Trump in next year's election, who would you choose? And over the course of the 8 months we've done so far across the upper Midwest, roughly 2/3, given that choice, would choose President Trump. But among the Obama-Trump voters we interviewed in Youngstown, all 8 would stick with President Trump.
It's unbelievable because, you know, I would think in that area, that blue-collar area where manufacturing jobs have gone away, he promised he'd bring them back. That hasn't happened, and yet you're telling me they are still with the president.
They are still with the president. They like his America First agenda. They like what he stands for, the way he pushes back on other countries. These are people who the president has won over, and they are still with him.
So, Rich, the takeaway thus far from every place you've gone so far seems to be, and this is a really good message for someone like me who lives and breathes on the Acela corridor, that I got to get out of my bubble. I got to get out of my bubble. I got to get out of my bubble. That which has so many of us preoccupied between Washington and Boston is not what's resonating in the rest of the country, at least among swing voters.
Well, that's the whole point among swing voters. One reason why we're doing this project is to give life to the people in the Midwest who are just numbers in polls. We want their voices to be heard. And in fact, on our website, swingvoterproject.com, you can hear all of their voices across all of these focus groups. It's all up there to watch. And I think if you sit and take the time to listen to them, what you'll hear is that their concerns are real day-to-day concerns, and impeachment is not one of those concerns.
Final question, how closely are they nevertheless monitoring this impeachment process?
Well, that's an interesting question. We asked about that during the focus group. We had people write on a piece of paper what they knew about the impeachment. And it ranged from he lied or he upset many Americans, all the way up to a full explanation as to what has been alleged by the Democrats. So there are a number of these folks who get a lot of their news, by the way, from local news, not from CNN. Not from CNN.